Well, I've been building baseboards. Stick around and all will be revealed. Good morning everyone and welcome back to Piccadilly Sidings. Today's the day I start building the baseboards. So I've got some wood and all I need to do is cut it up and screw it together. Now, just to give you a basic idea of what's going to happen, there are going to be two baseboard tables, one at that end and one at that end. And there's going to be ideally a 10-track traverser which fits over there. Okay, let's get started. Right, so there's the first board. That's one of the ones that's going to take the curve. That's going to go around one of the ends. So there's going to be another one of these made. Now you can see I'm just using reclaimed wood. This is the wood from the settee. It did take quite a while to remove all the staples, but that I did. And obviously you can see I've just made like a box construction. And then there's going to be folding legs which go inside there and sort of fold out trestle table style. So I'll let you know a bit more when I've done it. Right, welcome back. As you can see, I've made some progress now, so you can get the idea of what I'm trying to do here. So we've got this like trellis type leg which opens up like that, and there will be a piece that folds in half, and as the leg comes up it sort of falls in on itself, if that makes sense, which will keep the legs open. And not only that, they will be bolted through the side here to the side of the existing baseboards, so it should hold it nice and rigid. I've ordered some kitchen legs, kitchen cabinet legs, to go on the bottom of these so that they will be adjustable. Don't really need anything much more sophisticated than that. I've got to make another one of these legs which will be a tad shorter, or not quite as tall, and that will sit slightly above. So if I do have to fold it up, then they will just fold flat. So hopefully that should be nice and sufficient should I ever have to move the layout. Okay, well, slight change plan. One of the reasons for that is because I wanted to use these plastic kitchen legs. I'm sure you're familiar with what I mean. They go on the bottom of kitchen cupboards, purely because they're cheap and the layout isn't going to move that much. So it's just to keep seasonal adjustments, you know, so I can move it up and down, whatever. If it moves a little bit, I've got the adjustment there available to me. That's the purpose of it. But as you can see, I made that leg so that it effectively fits inside this one, and I thought, well, that's a good idea. And then I realised I haven't put these legs on, so they won't. These things won't actually fit on the end of one of these. It is too narrow, so I've had to create these like plates, if you like, and screw the legs on there. So that will then be screwed to a hole in the top. So I'm going to use one long screw through there with a washer on it and screw that on top of there. So if I ever have to take the layout down or move it for whatever reason, I can soon pop these off and then fold that nice and flat, and that will travel quite well if need be. But you know, I think these things are going to absolutely work fine. You probably noticed I've cut the leg down a little bit, purely because I miscalculated the height with the leg on the top as well. So that should work out fine. So anyway, I've got the other board to do, which is that one down below, and then we'll start putting it together. Oh, one last thing. You might remember I said I was going to have like a piece of wood which was hinged in half, and then I realised it needed 18 hinges to do that. So what I've decided to do is to use some London brackets, which I've got loads of, and just screw that in there. And again, if I need to take the layout down, I can soon pop those off and fold that nice and flat. So, well, that's the first board done. So you can see I've got these brackets in here now, which literally just hold the thing together. And again, if I do ever need to remove it, I can remove the brackets, and the legs, as I've said before, fold down. Got also these adjustable feet on there. So again, that can be adjusted up higher or lower, again, as when required. So I'm quite pleased with the way that's come out. So I've just got that one to do now. And right, welcome back. So you can see now I've made up the middle section. This is the base unit, and there is another board to sit on top of that, which is going to take the tracks. So I've created a frame going around the whole outside. I have used the reclaimed wood from the old settee I had at Christmas, and I've drilled some holes at varying places so that the wires can go through, and then fixed these brackets, if you like, these pieces here to take the draw runners themselves. And these draw runners that I've bought, they come in 3 parts. Obviously that's the other bit. I'll show you this one and get it to open up. So that will open up by quite a way. That's not by any means its full length, but I've just discovered there is a little lever in there, so you can attach it to this bit and then slide this part back on the side. So hopefully that should work out quite nicely. And they provide you with some screws as well, which is always good. Blimey, that has taken some doing, I have to say, but really pleased that that glides. And I was a little bit scared is the wrong word, but that one of these runners would be even 1 degree out of true, and that it would end up binding up. But you can see it clearly glides beautifully. It is toppling over a little bit there, so obviously bear that in mind when I make the legs. But yeah, it's getting there, most definitely. So my next job now is to measure the depth there and translate that to the wooden part of the legs, including the adjustments. Because it's such a long length, I am going to fit some legs in the middle. I think that would be prudent. Now, I haven't got enough of the kitchen legs, but I have got some of the original risers that I used, I think, on this layout, but I can't be totally sure. But I've got a couple of those which I can use, which I'm sure will do the job perfectly. All right, I'll catch you shortly. Oh, I thought the last round was complicated, but putting the legs on was just unbelievable. But it's done now, and as you can see, again, like I said before, it's all reclaimed wood from the settee. So there was a piece of wood that did have this like angle effect, so I thought that would probably be better at the bottom. Then I can screw the foot plates straight to that, and that's worked quite well. Now, I've not put the angle brackets down here because I've got 2x1 underneath there, and I'd need to beef that up, and I haven't got enough wood. So what I've done is I've secured the legs to this piece with about 10, 12 3-inch screws. It seems fairly firm, and you can see it moves without any problems. And the next stage is to get all this arranged, bring the layout forward, put this behind, and the other one of those down here. Oh, I've got to remove this bit as well. So there we go, it's still quite a bit to do. I'll catch you shortly. So there the boards in. Certainly generally positioned anyway. They do need leveling and adjusting, so there's quite a bit of that to do, but generally in position. Now you'll notice that immediately there is a gap down there, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that now. Right, as you can see, there's this gap here. Now, there's the traverser, and obviously that moves across like that. So whatever I do, I can't fix this board to this part. It has to be fixed to this bit. So what I'm going to do is put a plate on here, a wooden plate, which sits just below that level there. and then make like a box construction, so a piece of 2x1, 2x2, whatever it might be, to fill up this gap, and then a piece of board to sit over the top. Right, I'm at the other end of the traverser now, so this part here is the traverser, and you could probably see that moving there. So again, this board has to be fitted to this piece. So what I'm going to do is add a piece to this side here. This is just a freestanding cupboard which would move. I've put a printer on that, so it's a new thing, but I'll screw a piece of wood to this, probably a piece of 2x2, and fix it inside there, and then I can bolt through into that part. I have got some catch fixers, which are those ones that you sort of clip on and then bring the lever back. I've got some of those, but I don't think that's going to work in this particular position. Well, these are the catches that I've just been referring to, and you might notice there is a bit of a height difference between the two boards there, and the reason for that is because I'm not going to be using cork under this particular part of the layout for the track, so that will be the height difference for that. It's more important that the rails line up, and with the leg adjustments I can sort that out. Okay. I do have a minor concern, that is when this board is over here, you can see it's sort of a massive cantilever type affair. So what I'm proposing is to create, well, put some rollers in. I've ordered some rollers, which I'm hoping I can put so close together it acts like a roller strip. Just build that up to the height of the underside of this, and then the board should just roll nicely over the top. I might put one in the middle as well on this leg, use a London bracket as the basis. How strong that will be, I'm not totally sure, but hopefully it would give some support. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll certainly get a bit more done for you next time. All right, take care of yourself. Bye for now.